Recording. Hey, what is up, guys? It's Chris bringing you some more trading videos. So today I want to kind of just do an overview of kind of what's going on in the market and what my projections are for what's going to happen and stuff. So something that I like to do is I like looking at things on the weekly chart to kind of give me a good macro perspective of kind of what's going on. And then once I understand the trend and see what's happening, then I kind of look at my trades. So I used to do a lot of things where I would look at the 4 hour in the 15 minutes and do a lot of swing trades, but I've kind of changed my strategy because it's worked a little bit better for me. So I do a lot more of macro trades and like position trading instead of just short-term buys. So something that I do that it's pretty unique is I like doing this trade here, which is drawing the support and resistance lines in the RSI. So if you notice where I drew this line, that is exactly what we bounced off of, right? So after we had this death lightsaber candle, right, we had the green one right here, and it was right at that spot. So I have one here because traditionally we'll either bounce up or get rejected by that as well. And then after that, I like to put in my 3 moving averages. So we have to go over to Bitcoin really fast. So we have our 50, our 100, and our 200, right? So then I know that we have a little bit of room to go up, right? And then our MACD signal right here is also still green. So we know that when this happened right here, which is a little bit after we had the golden cross right here, we started having a little bit more support, and then the thing kind of changed overall. So then after that, I'll put my EMAs and my MA at the 10 and the 20 to kind of give me a better perspective. So if you look at right here, it switched when it was going to the downside, and then it started moving to the upside, and it's about to cross again, giving us another golden cross, another confirmation that we're going to continue to move to the upside. So after we've done that, I go over to the daily and reanalyze the situation. So we hit the RSI. The reason that this whole, let me go ahead and take these off really quickly. So the reason this whole thing right here happened, where we went like this and then we're starting to move to the upside and we're going to continue to bounce up, right, is because look at the RSI right here. You see how it was kind of, oh shit, kind of overextended right here, right? So we hit this line right here, and then this became resistance, right? And then these little boxes right here are liquidation hunts, right? So these are liquidation zones that we want to keep an eye out and stuff, right? So then we went there, we down, touched the liquidation, and then started to move to the upside. And then the reason that happened was actually because of the shorts. See? Same thing with the shorts. So going back to that, this MACD signal is about to turn green, which is good, right? So we're going to start moving to the upside, and then on our moving averages, you're also about to have a golden cross right here. And it's more apparent when you look at Ethereum. So look, the lines just touched right here. This is about to touch right here. So we're about to start moving to the upside. So since I have 2 things telling me confirmation that we're going to move to the upside, I put this formation right here, which is an ascending triangle. For me, personally, I felt like I've had a lot of success with ascending triangles. So a lot of my trading style is like people will use all sorts of stuff. I just mostly look at the moving averages, then I'll take them out of the way so that they don't distract me, and it's just pure raw technical analysis, right? Where I think that we're going to move to the upside because we got room because of our RSI and our MACD and our moving averages are telling us that. So from there, I'll go over to the 4 hour, and then I'll start moving over right here, and then I'll like kind of analyze the situation. So you notice how we started having higher high after higher high after higher high after higher high. We just need to break past this zone right here to move to the upside. So you might go like this, maybe touch this liquidation, and then move to the upside to try to test for this zone right here. Or there's just usually the way you're supposed to do things is you're supposed to have a plan to the upside and a plan to the downside, not really try to predict the market. But right now, I'm being really biased because it started going to the upside, and everything is telling me that it's going to continue to go up. Like the macro trend is starting to move to the upside, right? So this is kind of showing us signs that the move to that bull run is starting to begin, right? So what happened traditionally, how we went from $2,000 to $20,000, that's looking like it's about to happen again. So from there, we see that the MACD signal has been super green, right? Look, and it's continuing to be green. It's still looking strong. So then we'll look at the volume, right? An increase in volume as well. The formations, right? So I've already been inside. So what I decided to do to make a little bit more money So on Ethereum, we gotta go back. I went in like around 180. Yeah, so I I got in pretty low on this run up. So let's zoom out. So I caught most of this right here. Okay, this whole movement here I caught, and then when we were around here, I kind of pulled out, and then I went into Litecoin because. So we're testing to go to this zone right here, right? So if we measure this zone right here, from here, it's 60% move to the upside, right? And they usually just follow each other, so Bitcoin will move up to this zone right here. So if we measure that right now from where we're currently at, that's 50%. And if we go over to Litecoin, it's a 90% move. Yeah, see, 115% move. So it's going to move the same zone, but when we had that first jump up initially, Litecoin didn't really react that much, right? It went up a little, but it didn't really have what Ethereum and Bitcoin did, right? Like you see, we have the giant move to the downside. So then we go over here. So I locked in the equity that I had over in Ethereum, and then I waited for it to drop to the zone. And then I got in on Litecoin so that I can catch that swing. And then as I get more money, because I'm selling a couple houses and doing a couple things, I'm going to diversify my portfolio because I want to catch as many things as popular, you know? So that's why I think it's going to happen. So that's why I went ahead and do that, right? So it's, at the end of the day, trading is just about risk management and being able to look at the opportunities and take them. I know sometimes it seems a little bit difficult because you're like the technical analysis and all the lines and all that stuff, but it's okay. Like once you get good and you get consistent, you start spotting these opportunities. You know when to go in, when to pull out. Try using this little trick right here. It's helped me out a lot. It just gives you a lot of confirmation on what's happening. So let's just go back on the 4 hour. So right here, there's some resistance from this level right here, right? So what happens a lot with Bitcoin is like these moves like this, they're really fast. So let's see if I can find one right here. So if we go over to the 15-minute and I zoom all the way out, right? Like those moves will happen fairly quickly. You see that? So you notice by looking at the candles right here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me go ahead and zoom in. That was one candle where that move happened. Right here. Let's take the volume off so we can see a little bit better. That's a 15-minute candle. And that happens a lot, right? We'll touch a zone, and then they'll just plummet down within an hour. We'll touch this here, shoot down. Everyone will freak out, and it'll cancel out a lot of orders. And then we'll touch points, like pretty spot on, like this zone right here at a support. And then it'll shoot up immediately, and then start moving to the upside and stuff a lot. And the reason that happens, and especially when you go to other exchanges, so if you look at Kraken or the BLX and stuff like that, right? You start seeing like they're a lot more brutal and faster, and they move a lot more. And it's because once you start introducing leverage with trading, it'll wipe you out. You know, if you're doing 1 to 5 leverage, you have a 20% move to the downside in 15 minutes, dude. You're wiped out. You lose your account. So they do that. They like to play with you, and they like to manipulate. So that's why I like getting in at the very bottoms, because it doesn't matter if we have a move to the upside or a move to the downside, right? Like I got in here, so I mean I'm still in profit. So it doesn't matter if we went up here and then we went down, or we went up here again and we were down here again, right? If you get in here, you're still technically in profit. So you can just hold out your positions and then see kind of what happens and stuff, right? And then the shorts are telling me that it's about to start. So shorts are the opposite of the regular charts. So when this turns green, and we have that green, it usually means we go up because people are starting to pull out of their shorts and stuff. So for right now, that's the formation that I'm kind of looking at right now. Just this ascending triangle. We might break it soon, right? So this is what to look for. Either at this zone right here, if you're going to be doing swing trades, we're either going to go down to this level right here and then bounce up and then make our break to this side, or if we manage to consolidate in this zone right here and stay above here, we'll just shoot up. So that's what I'm kind of looking at. I don't think it's gonna drop, but if it was, it'd go down to this level, get rejected, shoot down here, right? But there's just a lot of room to move up. There's the RSI can't support something like that, right? So for your 4-hour macro trend, micro trends, you might go down just because our RSI seems to be a little bit overbought. We still have a little bit of room to move to the upside because usually like Bitcoin's weird. It likes to go high to like the 80% on the RSI and then start moving up. So then if we look at our support and resistance lines, right, there's support over there, right here. Yeah, see, we're trading above all the averages, so it's difficult to say that we're going to move to the downside, where this on the daily, on our 20-day moving average, is acting a little bit as resistance, but when that thing crosses, it'll move up. So now that we have this information, what's mostly going to happen, I think, is we'll just touch, right? This will do the cross, and then we'll make our move to the upside and then try to break to the next zone. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'll make a video tomorrow kind of giving some more technical analysis, and then try to when I started trading and I started getting really good, what worked for me is not just to go in there to get signals and just try to make money and stuff, right? Is I looked at the zone, I saw the technical analysis from multiple people, and then I made my own technical analysis to see kind of what would happen. And then I got so good to the point where I started drawing shapes and looking at things before other people started seeing stuff like that. So then once I started outgrowing a lot of the traders that I started watching, then I started to just kind of do my own thing and then have the confidence in myself because I was winning trades consistently. So that's all you guys really need to do. But thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate the video.